I'm Ryan Milton from Team Flex, and today we're going to dive into a fit model class. Look at actually class winners from fit model at the Gold Coast Muscle Classic, which is a competition happening, just happened actually, and it's a regional event. It will give you a very good insight for those of you watching into what a regional event fit model class may look like for you in this upcoming time. A lot of people are wondering like, hey, what's going on with fit model? Well, let's take a look at the real athletes and how the placings are. And also I have very interesting things to talk about in this video. So if you guys like this stuff, you want more, subscribe, hang out, a lot more coming. All right, let's get down to it. So we're looking at 3 class winners here, which was the main 3 open classes at the event. Fit model's still fairly small right now. Starting off much slower than I thought it would, to be honest with you guys. It's not filling up. Hopefully a lot of you out there are preparing yourselves to be competing on these stages, but so far, small shows, but that's all right because we still get good insight into criteria and where things are going. And I know all of you out there considering fit model are like, what the heck do I do with fit model? Where do we go? Okay, well, let's look. So here we go. Class A. This is Class A winner Janelle. Okay, so Janelle also wins the overall. So that means she wins over all the other class winners, which is the other ones on this screen. So not only did she win her class, which was the biggest class, I think there was 6 people in there or so. She also wins all overall the other winners. Okay, over here we have Class B Christine, and we have over here Class C Jamie. So let's take a look. So fit model, as we know, criteria, or maybe we don't know yet because all you still learning. I know though, criteria is a step below current today's bikini. However, it is like bikini because it's basically bikini from 10 years ago is where we're looking. So different suits, different posing. And mainly less muscle, less condition. If we had to sum it up, less muscle than you're going to see in bikini, less condition than you're going to see in bikini, which means softer look, not as lean. Okay. So this is what we're seeing on these stages as it presents. Okay. So a little bit of shoulder roundness. It doesn't mean you don't train upper body. Judges still want to see just a little bit of that muscle. They want to know that, you know, you didn't just walk off the street in the fit model, okay? So people that think that's what you do here, it doesn't happen. The women competing in fit model are going to be training for this look. They're going to have been lifting for a while. Nobody's just showing up day one here, getting on the stage, okay? So a little bit of muscle in the upper body, not too much. I've talked to a lot of fit models, and I've had fit models on stages already, and the feedback has come back for pretty much everybody. Don't overdo the shoulders. Pull the shoulders back. Don't do the shoulders too much. So big thing to know, a little bit of that shape, great. Too much of that, bad. Bikini, they'll tell you, right? So this is what we're looking at here. Janelle really has that. She's got a little bit of that shape, just an inkling of shoulder development, not too crazy. Tapers into the waist here. That's what you would want to see. And then we should see lower body kind of rebalance into that hourglass shape because still we're talking about fit model, which the shape is symmetry, shape, proportion, hourglass, just like bikini, just in a different way. So lower body wise, maybe just a tag glute from the front. You won't get this on every competitor because it's going to depend how they pose. But you know, we're having our competitors pose in this exact type of pose that Janelle's hitting here for fit model. So our competitors are showing that. Won't see it on everybody though, and we don't necessarily see it in the lineup. Lower body that wise, you want to see, you know, the quads, glutes, all this kind of match. Everything together, symmetry, shape, proportion, okay? Conditioning, softer. Remember, conditioning is softer than bikini. So bikini, I always talk about ab lines, I always talk about separations in the quads, maybe in the shoulders. Really don't see that in fit model and don't want to. And we're actually going to compare some athletes in a little bit here. Stick with me. That brought a little different of a look to the stage here, and they did not win their classes. They did not place as well. So I think it's really interesting. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Christine, same thing, right? A little bit of the shoulder, good. Tapers in the waist, good. Lower body. You know, you can tell there's muscle here. Everything's built, not super conditioned, not supposed to be, very on par with where you should be in fit model. And when we're talking about Gold Coast, a lot of people ask me, what's the heck is Gold Coast? Okay, well, these are regional events that happen, right? This one's in like California, I think. This would happen, you know, think of regional events in your town. So if you're going to go compete in fit model in your town and you're over in freaking Texas and you got one that's an hour down the road, okay, well, it's going to look probably something like this, right? That's a good insight into NPC level fit model as it sits today. Now, Class C, let's take a look. Jamie here, a little bit of shoulder shape, all good. Tapers into the waist, all good. You know, lower body muscle kind of does match. Softer level of conditioning, not as muscular as bikini. And everybody note the suits, right? No rhinestones, right? Different cuts on the suits, no rhinestones. Let's get now to the back pose here, because this always tells the story. It still will tell the story for fit model as we go. So a little bit of that shoulder shape here. You won't really ever see the delts much like this in fit model, right? Like you kind of don't see a lot of shoulder shape. That's going to be typical with this division because it's a lesser level of development than the other ones, where like in bikini and wellness, we talk about a little bit of that there. Figure you talk about a lot of it, right? So just differences in muscularity, tapers into the waist, everything's there, boom, boom, boom. Everybody has it, all good. Lower body wise, pretty much everybody's on the exact type of level. So we are getting a very good readout as far as from judges where they want this division to be, which, 50% coverage on glutes suits. Okay. I don't know if these athletes are meeting that. I wouldn't say all of them are, but they are going to start hammering suits pretty hard. So 50% coverage is what you need to have. Janelle in the middle, our overall winner, is probably the closest to that. So we're really not talking a lot about upper glute shape or anything in this division, because it's just not going to be seen. It's going to be covered by suit. So what we are talking about is, maybe just you're not supposed to have tie-ins, but you will start to see a little bit of shadows, a little bit of separation here. You don't want hard tie-ins in this division. You'll score down if you have tie-ins. The rules, specifically state do not have tie-ins. So don't bring tie-ins to stage. And that means softer conditioning, right? If you are staying softer, you will not show tie-ins. That's the way it is. So that's what we're really looking at here. A little bit of shape from everybody in the quads and the hamstrings. But overall, a less muscular and softer version of bikini, as we know. Now, I want to talk a little bit different. This is interesting because this is something I've been theorizing as I've been watching events, and I'm like, okay, well, it seems that, these events are not going to get leaner. They're appearing to kind of get softer, if anything, right? And a little bit less muscular. So the criteria is becoming a little bit more clear as we go now. Obviously, it was all speculation leading up to, and now we actually have people competing. I've had people competing on stages in fit model so far, so I have a little bit more feedback, and I've also been able to chat with a lot of the fit model competitors. So also, if you're watching and you're a fit model competitor, send me a message. I would love to hear your feedback if you've already been on stage. Let's take a look here. So Janelle, obviously our overall winner, class winner. This is class A, and then there's Kendra over here. So Kendra actually took 5th in this class. Okay, so 5th place, basically bottom of the class there. Overall, still a great fit model look, brings it all together. I do think what is different, though, is she's leaner, right? So she definitely brought a leaner look. She's very on par as far as musculature goes. You could say maybe it needs to change some of the posing. Overall, still very good look for fit model, though. She really rocked it, but she doesn't place as high, and I do think it's literally because of conditioning, right? So she's leaner considerably. When you look at this back pose than Janelle is, who wins the class in the overall, she's definitely leaner. You can see a little bit of separation in the shoulders, even a real delt. You can see some hamstring muscle going on. You can see a little bit of tie-in, even a little bit of glute cut here, and she's taking 5th. So really interesting, you guys, to consider that judges are basically specifically moving competitors that are maybe leaner to lower placings. So it's a clear message from judges, like the full look, the softer look, which is really, to be honest with you guys, what the criteria said, that's what's going to reign supreme on the fit model stage. So definitely interesting to look at. Just one more I wanted to look at just like that. This is class B, class B, I believe. And we have our winner there, and then we have over here who took 2nd. So really, again, not a lot of difference between muscularity between these two. And this is Dawn over here, by the way. Not a lot of difference in muscularity, same kind of proportion, shape, size, all this. What is different is how lean, the difference in leanness, the difference in condition. So leaner athlete, again, taking 2nd in this class, which are only 2 in this class, by the way. To an athlete that is softer. So again, very clear message from judges. I think where we're heading with criteria for fit model is, as it stated, less muscular and overall softer look. So fit model ladies, probably going to have to be really on par with making sure your conditioning is not overdone, and also going to have to be pretty on par with making sure you're not overdoing muscle groups. So just want to make note of those two comparisons because I do find that very interesting. If you guys want me to keep pumping the Fit Model content, comment it down below. Let me know if you are training for Fit Model and you want a better direction of where to go. We do offer a free trial. I'd love to, bring that as an opportunity for everybody out there to try. Train with me free for 7 days, and I'll give you better insight into how to structure your training and everything else so that you can rock a Fit Model stage. All right. So thank you for watching. Let me know. What do you guys think of the criteria as far as things are heading? Do you like the idea of it being softer and less muscular? Do you want it to be harder and leaner, maybe more muscular? I mean, we can all have our wants, but we're seeing it unfold in front of us. It'll be very interesting to see where this goes 2025. All right. Thank you for watching. Coach Ryan is out.